Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another night of math with Mrs. Taylor. Tonight we're going to be working on the FTCE GK Math Competency 2. Just want to do a couple of sample questions there, and then I'll be out your way. For today, like I said, we're going to do Competency 2. But before we get started, let's look at the four strands that are under competency two. So first off, this competency is about geometry and measurement. So we have to identify and classify simple two and three-dimensional figures according to their mathematical properties. Solve problems involving ratio and proportions. That's with scale drawings, models, real-world scenarios. Determine an appropriate measurement unit and form for real world problems involving length, area, volume, or mass. Solve real world measurement problems including fundamental units, length, mass, and time. Derive units like miles per hour and dollars per gallon, and unit conversions. So we're just going to do a couple of sample questions. I'm not going to hit everything on this list, but if you do need help with competency two, I am running 2 sessions this weekend. One on Saturday, April 10th, from 1 to 3, and one on Sunday, April 11th, from 1 to 3. So you can head over to my website and you can register for the class, the 2-hour session. So let's get started. For this first question, so this is the strand number 1. It says identify and classify simple 2 and 3-dimensional figures according to their mathematical properties. This one here says which of these solids also has both flat surface and a curved surface. So that answer, of course, is going to be D, which this is a cylinder. I think most of you probably know that already. Let's keep going. This one here, this is from strand number 2. It says solve problems involving ratio and proportion. So this is all about scale drawings. So it says the scale on a map is 1/4 inch to 18 miles. The state capital is 252 miles from the border. How far is the state capital from the border to the map? So, how far is the state capital from the border on the map? So, when I see this type of setup here, when I have the 1/4 inch to the 18 miles, I automatically know I'm going to set up a ratio that's going to become a fraction, okay? And then the other side, I'm going to set it equal to 252 miles, and I don't know what its measurement is on the actual map. So, I know this may look funny, but this is what you would need to do. You would need to do 1/4 over 18 miles. And let me put my dimensions in as well. Set that equal to, we don't know, or X inches over 252 miles. Okay? At this point, you would need to cross multiply. Now, if you're not comfortable looking at this fraction like this, you could totally do it a different way. You can, with your calculator, because you are allowed to have a 4-function calculator, you can change that 1/4 to a decimal to make it, I guess, more comfortable for yourself. So you can do 0.25 inches over 18 miles and just set it up like that to make yourself feel more comfortable with the math. Whatever makes you, understand it better. So let's do some calculating here. So what I'm going to do is cross multiply. So this would be 18x. And I do 0.25 times 252. And you get 63. Now you need to divide both sides by 18. And you get 3.5. But in this case, you have to know the units. Don't just put the number. You have to know what unit you just found the answer for. So you only have two to choose from. Is this going to be 18 miles? 3.5 miles, or is it going to be 3.5 inches? Okay. It's going to be, in this case, inches. So 3.5 inches. And I stress that in the study sessions. I don't want you giving me an answer. Don't just tell me a number when you're working with the word problems. In all word problems, the numbers mean something, and you need to know what it means. So I had to bring that up in the study session that we did this past weekend with some folks. So if you come to my study session, I'm going to do you the same way. So let's go to the next question. So we're still on strand number 2 with the scale drawings. So it says a model of a car has a scale of 3 centimeters to 2 meters. Again, you see this setup. And you know you're going to do a ratio or a fraction. It says the length of the actual hood of the car is 1 meter. What is the length of the hood of the model? So now we're working with a model. So we're going to say 3 centimeters over 2 meters. Going to set that equal to the length of the actual hood is 1 meter. So that would go down here with the other meter. And you need to find the length of the model. Okay. So here we're going to cross multiply again. This is going to be 2x is equal to 3. Divide both sides by 2. And x is equal to 1.5 centimeters. Gotta put those units on there. Okay, if you find this helpful, you should join the study sessions. Okay, because in the study sessions, you're doing the work. I'm giving the feedback. Okay, I'm going to make you work. I want to make you work out these problems so that you can be a stronger test taker when you go take this GK math test. Okay, let's go to the third strand. So it says determine an appropriate measurement unit and form for real world problems involving length, area, volume, or mass. So suppose that it takes 12 hours to decontaminate a circular chemical spill that has a radius of 6 feet. Assuming that the amount of time required to decontaminate such a spill depends upon its size, area. How many hours would it take to decontaminate a similar spill with a radius of 3 feet? You read it one time, just like you tell your students. Go reread it again. But this time, go look for those key terms you need. So suppose it takes you 12 hours to decontaminate a circular chemical spill that has a radius of 6 feet. So now all they're saying is you got a spill, circle, radius, 6 feet. That's what they're telling you. Okay? So now, and it took them 12 hours to clean this up. So now, 12 hours, 6 feet. Now you have another chemical spill, and its radius is a little bit smaller. It is 3 feet. And they want to know the time. So what are you going to do? You're going to set up a proportion. So, but the first thing you got to do, it says, this part is important. It says the amount of time required to decontaminate such a spill depends on the size of the area. So you would need to calculate the area of each one of the circles first, and then talk about how much time it would take you. So let's do the area of the first one. So with the circle, A equals pi r squared. This would be pi times 6 squared, which is going to be 36 pi. So let's see here. What is 36 pi? 36 times pi. Where are you, pi? There you are. And so this would be, the first area would be 113.097. And of course, that's going to be square feet. And then for the other area, we have pi times 3 squared. That's going to get me 9 pi. So 9 times pi. And I have 28.2274. And again, this is feet squared. Now, we're not done. We need to find out how much time it takes for us to clean up this mess. So, let me do that in a different color. So, we have 12 hours to clean up the area of 113.097 feet squared. And then on the other side, we don't know how many hours, but it is, the area is 28.274 feet squared. So just like before, we're going to cross multiply. Now, if you haven't noticed by now, in Competency 2, first off, there are a lot of word problems. Second of all, you're going to be doing a lot of proportion setup. Okay? So let's cross multiply. And then we're going to divide by 113.097. And say we get about 3 hours. Now look at what I did. I didn't even show my work. I didn't show all of my work. I only showed part of the work. So hopefully you were able to understand that I did have to cross multiply and then divide to get the answer of 3 hours. If not, come see me. I'll show you the rest. Okay, let's keep it moving. Okay, so we're still in strand number 3. So it says a path of 8 meters width runs around the outside of a circular park whose radius is 17 meters. Find the area of the path. Ooh, child, this is a good one right here. Now, let me tell y'all something. If you can draw a picture to help you understand what is going on, then it is my advice that you do that. Okay? So let's draw a picture. It says a path of 8 meters width runs around a circular park. So we're going to do this. This is my park. And then there's a path that goes around it. Okay? It goes around it. And it says that the around the outside of the circular park whose radius is 17 meters. So the radius of from the center like this is going to be 17 meters. Okay? They also said that the path is 8 meters in width. So that means that from here to here going across is 8 meters. So now what you have to do is find the area of the park and then the area of the entire picture. And when you find those two areas, you would need to subtract them in order to find the area of the park. So our goal is to find the area of the green shaded area. Okay, this is what we're trying to find. Alright, so we got to take this in batches. So the first thing, find the area of the big circle. So area of, I'll just say big circle. And that O is a circle. So it's going to be A equals pi r squared. So that's going to be pi times 17 squared, which is 17 squared is 289, right? 289 times pi. Okay, so this gets me 907,920, and this is in square meters, okay? So now let's find the area of the small circle. So it's going to be A equals pi. Now the small circle, we haven't talked about the radius for that. So the radius for the small circle, if from here to here is 8, that means that from here to here is 9 meters. So this is going to be 9 squared. So that's what, 81 times pi. So this is 254.469. So now we have the big area, the big circle minus the little circle is going to give us the green shaded part. So to find the area of the path, we need to find the difference of the two numbers. So 907.920 meters squared minus 254,469. Look at me not putting my units over here. Shame on you, Miss Taylor. Okay, so let's subtract here. 907. Okay, so my area for the path is going to be 653, I'm going to say 0.5, I'm going to round it to the nearest tenth, meters squared. That's going to be my final answer. Okay, I hope this is making sense. If you want more problems like this, want more feedback, Miss Taylor, can you help me? Yes, I can help you. Come see me. Come see me. Okay, let's go to another one. All right, so we're on to strand number 4. So, of course, we have to solve real-world measurement problems, including fundamental units, length, mass, time, derived units. So I underlined this because that's the portion I'm working with, the derived units. Okay? So it says in 1 glass of milk contains 280 milligrams of calcium. How much calcium is in 1.5 glasses of milk? Okay, so here's your first ratio. Okay, and then you have to find the second ratio. Well, complete the second ratio. So 1 glass, make it look like a 1, is 280 milligrams. Set that equal to, if you have 1.5 glasses, how many milligrams is that? Okay, so it's going to be glasses per milligrams, or you could say milligrams per glass, depending on how you write your answer. So we're going to cross multiply, so you get x is equal to, and you just need to multiply these two numbers together, 280 times 1.5, and you get 420 milligrams. Okay, so that's really 420 milligrams of calcium in 1.5 glasses of milk. That's what that really is. Okay. All right, let's do another. So it says we're still on strand number 4, and this time we're going to do some unit conversion. So it says Mr. Rowan buys a farm in northwest India. Sorry, what am I saying? India? Indiana. The length and width of the farms are 356 yards and 220 yards respectively. Determine the area in square feet. So first off, you need to look on your reference sheet, because you do get a reference sheet. What's the relationship between yards and feet? So I do know that 1 yard equals 3 feet. Okay, so we're going to convert both of these units of measure to feet. So right now what you're working with is a rectangle, and one side is 356 yards, the other is 220 yards. Okay, so let's go convert them both. So I have 1 yard, 3 feet. I like working with proportions. It just makes life easy for me. If you want to do something different, that's on you. But this is what I like to do. Keeps it simple, keeps it consistent. So that's going to get me 1,068 feet here. And then I'm going to convert the other one. So 1 yard, 3 feet. And over 220 yards. And then we don't know. So again, I'm going to multiply this. And I'm going to get 660 feet. Okay, so now at this point I have changed each one of these. So it's no longer 356. It is going to be 1068 feet. It's no longer 220 yards. It's going to be 660 feet. So now in order to find the area, you just multiply the new dimensions together. And you get, your area is 704,880. And your dimensions is going to be square feet. Okay, doke. That's it. That's all. Okay, so I am done. If this is something that you need, like I said, this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, I will be running the Competency 2 study session. You can go over to my website and you can sign up for either Saturday or Sunday. Both will be ran at 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Yeah, so you should see the link to my website in the description for this live session. And that's it for now. So I will see you later. So ta-ta for now. Bye-bye.